Hi guys, it's Amy with Recipe Tryouts, and today's main dish that we're making is something my mom calls chili corn soup. Best recipes are always written on paper from family. And this is actually really cool because it uses Hamburger Helper. I mean, it's delicious, don't get me wrong, but it can always use some zhuzhing, right? So, uses Hamburger Helper, can of tomatoes, can of corn, an onion, a pepper, and some ground beef. So, let's get started. Okay guys, so first thing we're gonna do is cut up our pepper. Now it's just one big green bell pepper. Just gonna cut it how I normally would because I don't know any special tricks to cutting these suckers up without getting the seeds. So yeah, just gonna put the big seed, jaunty thing in there. Okay, so once we get the seeds all out, we are just basically going to dice this sucker and then put it in our pot that we are going to cook our meat and the rest of it in as well. So, just de-seed this ugly thing. And yes, guys, it is ugly. It's okay. Fruits and veggies can be a little ugly, and you can still eat them. So, just because something is ugly doesn't mean it's thrown away. Alright, so. We'll get our bowl over here. It's pepper. Pick up all these little bitty seeds with my finger. It's frustrating. All right. So we're just dicing up this pepper, cutting it into square pieces. You know, as big or small as you want. Doesn't really matter. They're gonna get cooked in this deliciousness anyway. So, just cut them how you want them. If you want slivers of pepper instead of pieces and chunks, and cut them in slivers. It's cool. Anything goes. And this dish, I'm using corn, but some people like to use hominy. Some people don't like to put corn in it at all. My mom has something called diverticulitis. So she does not like to put anything seedy in it, like tomatoes or any rice or anything. Because this could be good with rice as well, but I've only ever made it with the noodles. So that's what we're making it with. Plus, that's what the recipe says. Okay. So, okay y'all, so we have our onions and peppers all cut up. So now we're going to put them in our pan and saute them a bit and then cook our meat with them. Okay guys, so we have our pan on medium high and we're just gonna dump all this in there. Yes, no butter, no oil, nothing. And get a spoon and just kind of stir it around, let it cook a little bit, and then we will add our ground meat. So I'll let these cook. I'm gonna get my gloves. Okay guys, so we have our vegetables cooking and it smells pretty good. So we're gonna let these cook just a little bit while I open up our ground meat so we can put it in here with them. Okay. Now for this recipe, I'm using 93.7. That way you don't have to drain it at all. Also, it's just better, I think. Now, for those of you that don't know what that means, 93.7 is just 93% meat to 7% fat. That's all it is. It's just the fat to meat ratio in the meat, in the package. So whenever you see something that says it's 80-20 or, God forbid, 75-25, it's really just the meat. That's all it is. It's just the meat to fat ratio of the packaging. Oh, man. So now, we're just kind of cook these together. That way the meat will have this flavor of the onion and the pepper, as will everything else. Now, as with everything, to season, just gonna, a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Now, if you're looking at this, okay. So, we're just gonna stir that around, make sure it's nice and mixed up. Brown our meat, and then we will add the rest of the next step of ingredients. Okay guys, so now our meat is all browned. So next what we're gonna do is put in the sausage out of this box of stuff. Come on. Okay. All right. Our sausage, water, okay. I'm going to stir that around before adding anything else. Just to kind of mix it. Okay. Garlic. Some garlic. Stir that in real good. Just 1 second. Okay, and we're gonna add a little chili powder.
What's chili powder?
Just like that. Stir that in.
Is it with corn?
There's gonna be corn in it, yes.
No. I don't like corn.
You'll be fine. Then I'm gonna bring that to a boil and then let it simmer for a few minutes. And then we will put our noodles in and our canned elements, and then we will be done. Okay guys, so just a quick little recap. What we had was our chopped bell pepper, half of an onion, actually more like 3/4 of an onion, chopped and diced, pretty good. Not like super small, but you know, to your liking. Then we had a pound of hamburger, ground meat, and then we added 5 cups of water, some chili powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt and pepper, and the sauce packet from a box of Hamburger Helper chili macaroni. So now we are going to let this boil, and then once it boils, we will simmer it for about 10 minutes uncovered. Okay guys, so now our goulash is boiling. So what we're gonna do, let's get the directions over here, is we're going to simmer for 10 minutes. So we're gonna turn this to low and simmer for 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna set this right here, turn the timer on for 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so our cake has about 11 minutes left on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the icing that goes on it. So what I'm gonna do is get 2 sticks of butter and 2 sticks of butter and a cup of dark brown sugar to put into the icing. Okay, so we have our cup of butter and our cup of brown sugar melting together. And then when this melts, we are going to add in a 1/3 cup of evaporated milk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So, get our 1/3 cup ready. Our vanilla ready. Okay. Okay, so for things like evaporated milk and condensed milk and stuff like that, you want to use something like this. It's got this little piece here that pops into it and gets the milk all together. Okay guys, so it's been 10 minutes. This has simmered nicely. So now what we're gonna do is add in our noodles, tomatoes, and corn. This thing was wet when I put these in here, guys. I had just washed it. Noodles. Yes, I know there's like a ton of different style noodles. It's fine. Stir our Mabon icing a little bit just so that it doesn't burn. And then get a can opener. It's in the dishwasher. I'm gonna open our tomatoes. Okay, get our can of diced tomatoes in there. up the corn. Hurry. Okay, and our can of corn. I'm gonna stir that all together. Once that's stirred all together, you get a lid and you cover it until the noodles are done. So guys, that was our goulash recipe for my dad's birthday. It's a cheater recipe. It's really good. It's really easy, and it's pretty budget friendly as well. It tastes delicious even after it's been refrigerated. So y'all enjoy. Okay guys, so our goulash has been cooking for a little bit. It looks like the noodles are all done. So this is what it looks like when it's completed. So we're just gonna turn off this light, this fire underneath here. And it is done. So this is actually for my father's birthday. Me and my husband and my kid are gonna take it over there. And then from there, we will see how it tastes. Alrighty.